What do you want them to understand about the door that you're helping entrepreneurs unlock?
Man, listen, I want them to have access.
Okay.
I always say this. Anybody knows me, probably heard it 1,000 times, probably tired of hearing it. But Memphis is resource rich and access poor. We have,
Say that again.
resource rich and access poor.
Are we?
We are. Oh, yes, we are. Memphis has some great resources,
Okay.
but people don't know how to access it. Like I saw this years ago. We have great resources,
Okay.
but if I cannot access that resource, what good is it to me?
Is it because it's not offered like in a public realm?
We
Is
just
it
don't know
secret?
about it.
Is it? What's up, Memphis and YouTube land? Welcome back to another podcast episode of Bluff City Magazine. I am your host, Amanda Avery, and I'm also the editor-in-chief of Bluff City Magazine. Y'all know what we do. We spotlight, highlight individuals across the Mid-South who are just doing amazing things. They're influential, civil leaders, civic leaders, change leaders, all of that good stuff. And y'all, I want y'all to like that button so you can subscribe to our channel so you'll be notified of another amazing podcast. Y'all, today we got another good one as always. Listen, this girl right here, she is a boss, a big boss. Y'all, 1 year ago, she was on Bluff City Magazine, our couples edition, her and her amazing husband, Charlie, and they launched an amazing business. We're going to get into all the details about that. And so this episode is for the person sitting on a dream, the business owner who needs some structure, and the entrepreneur who knows that they have purpose, but they need the right guidance to unlock it. Please welcome y'all again, Nicole, Nikki Golden. She is the founder of Golden Key Entrepreneur Training Academy.
Absolutely.
Welcome, Nikki.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, ma'am, hon. This is 2 days straight we've been
2 days
together.
straight, let's do it.
Listen, do you remember when I interviewed you and your husband
I do.
on the Partners in Purpose type of thing?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Listen,
Oh, yeah.
y'all had a lot of things that you were doing in the community.
Still are.
And you still are. You still at it.
We are still at it.
Listen, there is no rest for the people who has a lot of heavy burden on their shoulder. And you've
Yeah.
been busy today as well.
Very busy.
Well, hon,
Today
let's
has
get
been
into
a
this
lot.
interview. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay, all right. So, of course, the last time we featured you, you just launched Golden Key Entrepreneur Training Academy.
Yeah.
And so now you're coming up on your 1
Our
year anniversary.
anniversary. We're so excited.
Honey, what does that feel like for you?
It's been a journey. It's actually seeing your work come to fruition, right?
Yeah.
Birthing something is always new. You don't know what to expect. You don't know what hurdles you're going to have to cross. But it's been a great experience, honestly. It really has. It's been very rewarding for us to, have our students come in, graduate from the program, come back and learn a little bit more, and just see them thrive in business. Like, that's everything to me.
Yeah.
Everything.
Well, I want you to kind of take us back to the beginning. What was the problem that you saw in the entrepreneur community that made you say, we need Golden Key?
Well, back in the day, and I'm saying back in the day because it seems like the pandemic was decades ago, but it was only, 6 years ago now, 5 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
When the pandemic happened, we had all these programs that came forward, right, to help women in business, to help small business owners to really get them out of the house into like brick and mortars or to really be able to do business and do it right. So we had some great programs that popped up during that time. But as soon as they said the world is open, the programs went away. A lot of them, including right here in Memphis. And so there was a gap that was kind of left open. And so I felt like it was my charge to actually do something about that, right? I'm passionate about entrepreneurship. I want to see us win in entrepreneurship and people that have small businesses to really be set up the right way. What I started seeing was people that they might have an EIN but no business license, or they might have a business license and EIN, but no business checking account, right? How are you doing business? You can't use Cash App and Zelle for business transactions, right? So really trying to teach them, hey, look, if we give this program to you hands-on, in person, and we could walk you through it, would that help? And we're seeing people just taking it by storm, and it's amazing.
I remember when we spoke last year, you told me a story of a young man
Oh my gosh.
who paid thousands of dollars
Yes.
for, what was it,
His EIN.
his EIN.
So I was
So
teaching a
someone
class.
just,
Yeah.
I mean, got over on him
Big
tremendously.
time, right?
Yeah.
So I was teaching a class over in the Binghamton community. I was working with some African refugees and teaching them that day. I had a smart board out and we're talking about how to get an EIN. I'm pulling up the IRS website, walking them through step by step. This is what you need to
And
do.
it's so simple.
Yeah. And I was like, and it's free. And this guy just shot out of there. And I was like, where is he going? So I'm thinking I said something wrong. I was like, what did I say? You know, I'm looking at him like, what did I say wrong? He came back in, but he came back in with some paperwork. And he literally the day before had paid $1,800 for a free EIN. Free.
So no other services went with that
No,
package.
no, no. Somebody just simply took advantage of him.
Yeah.
And so I really got tired of seeing that as well. So I see a lot of entrepreneurs, they look for marketing. They're looking for somebody to help them get their paperwork
Mhm.
in order. And they're not doing this stuff online, paying people online. They're paying people right here in this city that are charging them top dollar for things that they can do themselves.
So you knew that, okay, I'm in a position to help. I'm not going to gatekeep.
Exactly.
And that was the
That
start,
was
the launch.
really the birth.
Yeah.
So back in 2019, I've taught entrepreneur classes for quite some time. I started with our mogul mom class for single moms
Mhm.
to teach them how to like, hey, if you can't go get a job, you can create one, right?
Yeah.
Everybody has a marketable skill. What is your skill? Now let's turn that into a business. How can you still do that business? Be at home with your children, be able to go to school events, so on and so forth. So I reached out to a good friend of mine, Miss Beverly Anderson. I love her, love her, love her. We created this curriculum for mogul moms, we called it.
Okay.
Okay. This was for single moms. So we started that curriculum back then. And I just saw the difference that if they're in a classroom and they're receiving the help hands on, they're more successful.
There is a big
Yeah.
difference than online,
Oh, yeah.
learning versus in person.
Online, I'm thinking about, oh my gosh, what do I need on my grocery list? My husband want to eat chicken for dinner tonight. I'm not really concentrating on a webinar,
Mhm.
but if I'm in person, I can ask questions.
Mhm.
I can get it in real time. They can walk me through it. I can stay after class if I have additional, you know what I mean? So it's a different environment. And so I wanted to create that environment. So I started working on a curriculum back then for really to create that culture,
Mhm.
right, for entrepreneurs. And so I finished it. It took me 2 years to finish that curriculum. And I sat it to the side because then I decided, I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. I am going to do it, but I didn't know when.
Mm.
And I went back to work for Shelby County and that delayed it a little bit more. And then I was like, you know what? I need to move on this. So I finished the curriculum right before I got married.
Mm.
And then my husband was like, "Hey, what you gonna do with that now? Like, let's get going on it." I was like, "I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it." At first, it was just gonna be a class,
Mhm.
and it ended up being just us creating a hub
Yeah.
for entrepreneurs to be able to come, plant their feet, start working on their marketing stuff, start working on all the business basics. Well, we give them so much more. We have master classes and all kinds of good stuff for them.
So let's talk about, not only do you do motivational training and,
Hmm.
and curriculum and educational stuff,
Hmm.
it's a hands-on
Hmm.
and it's a 12-week curriculum,
It is a 12-week curriculum.
business plans,
Yep,
marketing strategy,
that.
practical application. I mean, it's like you're going to school,
Going to school, but
but
it's for something that is even greater. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Something that's going to help you out with your life. A lot of people have dreams of owning a business, and we want them to understand it's possible.
Mhm.
It is possible if you have the right tools.
Honey, I wish I had golden key
Yeah, me
back
too.
in 1999, 2001 or
Yes.
something.
Yeah.
I had to figure it out on my own.
Absolutely.
No
Yeah.
guidance, and especially, 20 something years ago, people don't know what they know now, of course.
Absolutely.
They say, hey,
Right.
get a business name, get you some business card, get your business.
And go to work.
No, ma'am.
Right.
I mean, there is a lot to it.
And there's steps.
Yeah.
So you got to follow the steps. I had one young lady, and I share this story a lot. She was in business, had been in business for 7 years, doing great in her business, didn't even have a business license. I said, please don't tell nobody else, right? Don't tell nobody else that because you like avoiding a lot of stuff, right?
Hmm.
Doing really great work. I said, we got to get you aligned properly. And so we did, and she's still doing great. Even better, I think.
So why is it that we don't know? Why,
We
especially?
don't talk about it.
Okay.
I just gotta be frank and say, at other dinner tables, they talk about it when the kids are little.
Yeah.
They talk about entrepreneurship,
Mhm,
right? We don't
mhm,
talk about it. We don't
mhm.
talk about that. We talk about go get a job,
Yeah.
go to college. If you can afford to go to college, you go to college, but get a job more so than we talk about get a job and stay on that job for 30
Mhm.
years, and then you can retire. Blah blah blah. That's what I heard growing up,
Yeah.
right? My parents aren't entrepreneurs, so they really don't get why I do what I do,
Mhm.
but I got it.
But I will say this, now, everybody is not I'm not saying everybody's not employable, so I won't say that.
Right.
But some people don't want to do a 4-year college and
Mhm.
get a degree,
I was that person, but I
you
did
know?
I did do it,
Yeah.
but in my own time. I didn't do it
Yeah.
when I was younger. I did it when I was older, right?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
I did it in my own time, but when I was younger, that wasn't important to me. I always knew I wanted to be my own boss.
Yeah.
Always. I knew I didn't work well with other people.
You
Like
said my own boss.
yeah, I want to be my own boss. I don't
Yeah.
want a supervisor. I don't want to
Mm,
have to report to a person. And having daughters, I really wanted to be able to show them, like, if you want to go punch a clock, that's fine.
yeah.
That's great, but you don't
Mhm,
have to.
mhm.
You don't have to, and I'm gonna be the example of that, right? So
Because being your own boss comes with another set of
uh,
problems.
oh,
So you definitely need to have some guidance.
yeah,
You need structure. You need a foundation, a
you do.
proper foundation, as a matter of fact. And because people don't always understand what it takes to build a business properly,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Um, and I tell you what, I think I've noticed too. When you open the doors to your business, whether
Mhm.
it's remote, online, brick and mortar, the first thing you think about is, I've got to pay these bills.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
got to pay this rent. I've got to pay the utilities.
Mhm.
We don't really think about the other components
We
of the
don't.
business.
We don't.
So is that something that you also teach?
We do cover that. We cover a lot in these 12 weeks. Each week is a different module. And then there's a lot of homework. There's things that they have to go home and do. One of the first lessons that they actually have to do as homework is to do a feasibility study, right? So we're going to look at your business. Well, who do you have? Who's your competition?
Like a SWOT analysis
Oh,
in a
yeah.
sense. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
You need to know who your competition is.
Yeah.
What are they doing? What makes you different? Yada, yada, yada. So we make them do that. And it's such an eye opener for them because they don't think about it. And I think sometimes we do business backwards. We get the brick and mortar, we have all of this overhead, and then we have grand opening and grand closing because
Yes.
we didn't think about what needs to go in between,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so my students will tell you, I always say, we're not having grand openings and grand closings. We're going to have a grand opening, but not a
Yeah.
grand closing, right? But if you do things properly and your business is aligned properly, you can do business.
I want to go back to the feasibility study. I think that's an important, point to
Oh, yeah.
really kind of expound on. When people, and it's really called SWOT analysis,
Mhm,
in the
mhm,
business term.
mhm.
But what are your students actually seeing when they do that?
Oh my gosh, they see a lot of things. They look at pricing. I'm not charging enough. They reaching out to this audience. Why aren't you reaching out to that audience? I never thought about it. So it's really an eye opener for them to know that one girl told me, she was like, everybody is my customer. Everybody's not your customer.
We had to
Absolutely not.
learn that as
Yeah.
business owners,
Yes, we do.
for sure.
Everybody's not your customer.
I do want everybody to get an ad in Bluff City Magazine. All of y'all are my customers.
Right.
But I do understand everybody's not your
Yeah.
ideal customer.
Right.
For sure.
And, I even teach them that it's okay to turn down business. It's
Mm.
okay. Because, sometimes it's a money grab for a lot of
Yeah.
people,
All money ain't good money.
all money is not
All
good
money
money.
ain't good money.
I'd rather
Yeah.
have 3 great customers than
Mhm.
one person that's gonna give me a headache. I
Yes.
don't want you giving me a headache.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, really teaching them those things and making them okay with it.
Mhm. I have a story for you, honey. I remember when I was in the branding and marketing business with just one-on-one clients.
Mhm.
I had clients that gave me such a headache
Oh, I'm sure.
where I don't even wanna do the business anymore
Right.
because y'all don't understand. I also learned that when I say, every client is not your client,
Mhm.
if they don't understand your process or understand how to be your client, they are not the right clients.
That's true.
Because they're gonna
That
give you a headache.
They are, and then you're gonna spend more time, and you're losing money when you spend that much time, right?
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
really understanding how to price their service or product is,
Mhm.
really important. We really stress that. We stress customer service because everybody has a choice.
Mhm.
Why are you the better choice?
Mhm.
You need to understand why you're the better choice. Like when people ask me all the time, like Golden Key, there's all these programs, none of them are accredited. We
None of
are.
them.
We are.
Yeah.
I did that extra step and took that extra time, and Lord, it was a grueling process, but I did it because to me, credentials matter. I want people to understand that we know what we are talking about. We didn't just open up something, just a fly by night. Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
come on in and take this class. We could have done that easily. It's 1,000 programs out there like
Yeah.
that. We wanted to do something different. And as we say, do it the golden way.
Yeah, you do
Right?
it the golden way. So doing it the golden way means accreditation.
Absolutely.
So what type of accreditation do they receive when they complete the program?
They do entrepreneurship readiness, and then they can graduate. So they have other classes that they could come in and take. We have a partnership with Grow with Google. So there's additional, like AI is a big thing right now,
Mhm.
right? So we're positioning now to open an AI learning lab at the hub. So they can come in and learn AI and then be certified in it. Right.
Okay.
So like every business owner, this is just my plea, every business owner needs to know AI.
Sure.
Even if you know the basics.
Yeah.
But at least learn it. Don't be afraid of it. It's
Mhm.
not going anywhere. It's just like when Google started or we first
Mhm.
got computers, right?
Mhm.
People were afraid to use them. Like, I don't want that
Yeah.
in my house. It's everywhere. It's not going anywhere. We
Mhm.
might as well get used to it.
You're absolutely right, honey, because, honey, I love AI. AI is almost my best
Right?
friend. Honey, we talk every day, and we talk every night.
Yes, yes.
So, I see that the accreditation is important, because you're not just getting a certification, you're not just getting a completion, you
Right.
are this is an accredited, so this
Mhm.
is a
And you got to
solid
show the work.
program.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So for us, like you're not a graduate. If you can't show me that you did your business plan,
Mhm.
and included in that is a marketing plan, because that's the one thing we leave out.
Yeah.
Marketing is so important. Like just because you build it don't mean people will come.
Honey, wait just a minute. I have a story for y'all. Baby, back in 2001, I think I was ready to open up my own business. Now,
Yep.
let me tell you, I didn't really have a concept, but I thought I had a concept, right? So I
Right.
was doing business cards, I was designing business
Oh,
cards
yeah.
and wedding programs, funeral programs, obituaries and stuff. And I was like, oh Amanda, you're the shit girl.
Right.
You need to open up a business. Honey, my vision was bigger than my reality.
Right.
Now there's something wrong with that, but I didn't have any structure.
Right.
In my mind, I said, oh, if
Yeah.
if I build it, they'll come. No, nobody came.
No.
Okay.
No.
So I had the grand opening.
Yeah.
I had the ribbon cutting
Mhm.
and I had the grand closing, baby, all in 1 year because I did not
Yeah.
understand. But I tell you what, I learned so much in that 1 year that I was able to take all of those losses, those
Yeah.
lessons, those
Absolutely.
L's, and build what I have now.
Yeah.
Open the doors and
Start with something else.
honey, I'm twiddling my thumbs waiting for the people to come bang my door down,
Yeah.
want some services.
Right.
They didn't want any services. They didn't
Right.
even know they didn't know I existed.
And that's
So
why
when you talk
marketing is so incredibly
Yes,
important.
ma'am.
So I don't let them leave without a marketing plan, because
Okay.
I think how will people find you? Some of
Yeah.
you are operating from home, don't have brick and mortar yet. How will people find you? Social media is not it.
Yeah.
I'm saying it again. Social media is not it.
And it's just
Social
a
media is not it.
piece of the puzzle,
Yeah,
really.
it's a piece,
Yeah.
and I would say it's a very small piece, but you
Okay.
need, depending on what type of business you have, word of mouth is always great, right?
Mhm.
Is old, it's tried and true, we know that, but it's always good. Get a billboard. People think that costs thousands of dollars. It doesn't.
Yeah, get an ad in Bluff
Oh
City
my
magazine.
God.
People think it costs thousands of dollars, and
It
it doesn't.
doesn't.
Shameless plug, you
Right?
guys.
A great plug.
Yeah.
But I want people to understand that, people are reading magazines, right?
Mhm.
Think about the things we do on a regular basis. Where do you
Yeah.
see commercials? Where do you see ads? A lot, you could film a whole ad with your phone
Mhm,
nowadays.
mhm.
We have technology and tools available to us. AI can do it for you too.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's why our students are learning AI alongside
Okay.
this. So they're learning how to create those ads, create visuals that are, and I'm not gonna plug AI flyers, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Mhm.
Because I think you have to be a little skilled with that, so they don't
Mhm.
look like everybody else's, and it's not a bunch of words and jumbled up on a page. So we teach them that though. We want them to learn the right way to
Yeah.
advertise. We always say we stand on business at
I love
Golden
that.
Key. We
I
stand on
love
business.
that, baby.
So, yeah.
It is the golden key way.
Yes.
So I want to talk about some of the people that you partner with just to make your program even more successful.
Oh, yeah.
I know you partner with Miss Camille James and Seed to Market.
Yes.
That's to support food-based entrepreneurs, right?
Absolutely.
So why was that
Absolutely.
partnership so important for people who are in the food
business.
entrepreneur business?
Yeah. So we started getting so many businesses. It was coming in. They do cakes. I do cupcakes. I do cookies. I do this. I do that. Whatever it was, food based. And I was like, I told Miss Camille because Camille is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
She is, they call her Farmer C, which I love that. It's a play on words.
Okay.
Farmer
And
C.
C. Okay.
Pharmacy.
Okay.
I love that. But Miss Camille, she actually talks about like, how can you take one item that is in whatever you make? Let's say you make dill pickles.
Mhm.
Like, how can you grow your own cucumbers opposed to having to go to the store and buy them? Right?
Okay.
And how do you get it from seed to the market? Where's that marketplace? Where are you trying to
Okay.
go? How do you get it properly labeled? What process do you need to go through? So Miss Camille takes them through that journey. So I'm giving them all the business basics.
Mhm.
She's taking them to the next level to get them in the stores or get them on the shelf.
But not necessarily have to grow it in the garden, but
yeah.
you have a product, a
Or
food-based
or you
product.
partner with somebody that's already doing it. How does that happen?
Okay.
Where can that exchange come in? So I really love that because she takes them and she's very hands-on and she walks them step by step as well. One area that we talked about is like products, household products that are healthy, right? Opposed to us using all these chemicals and stuff
Mhm.
like that. So just a variety of business and not just food based even. We have some young ladies that they do wellness products. Maybe it's like sea moss and that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
She actually works with them as well to help them get in the stores.
Shout out
People
to
need this stuff.
Camille Pharmacy.
Yes, yes, she's amazing.
And then another person, Delmar Johnson of HR Brain for Hire,
Mhm.
who focuses on people development, systems, and leadership.
Oh,
So-
listen to me. Delmar, that's my girl. I call her my biz bestie. My
Okay.
biz bestie gets them right together, as my niece would say.
Yeah.
She makes sure that they are aligned properly. So for instance, we had a young man that was in our class. He's in construction. He does build fences and all kinds of stuff. And he was saying, I have 18 employees. And she looked at him and she was like, 18 employees? And he was like,
18 employees.
as a small business owner, you
Okay.
don't have 18 employees. What it was, he had 18 contracts.
Yes. Okay.
So really,
and there's a difference.
right? There is a huge difference. So just really teaching them the basics of this is the paperwork that you need to fill out if it's an employee, because there's you got some obligations,
Mhm.
as an employer if these are your employees, right?
Mhm.
And so really teaching them about that. She teaches them about like your W-9 contractors and then teaching them about contracts. What do you need to have? How do you onboard a new employee or a new contractor or a vendor or whatever? What are the things you need to have in place? So her HR brain for hire, truly
Baby,
amazing.
Golden Key is the whole gamut
Oh
here.
yeah. We going all the way in. All the way in. We want it to be like really well rounded because just seeing over the years all the questions that entrepreneurs have, and if they're like me and they don't have anything to pull from.
Mhm.
I didn't have my parents aren't entrepreneurs. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I didn't have anything to pull from. Like I
Mhm.
don't know where to ask this question.
But you had kind of like on the job training. So you were able to take the things that you learned,
Yeah.
put it in the curriculum, and
Right.
now you have Golden Key Entrepreneur Training Academy.
And I have a really good friend. I have to plug this. 'Cause
Okay.
I have a really good friend, Katrina Roddy. We went to school together from elementary up.
Okay.
And Katrina actually has a book called Steal Your Skills from Corporate. And I was like, that
Steal
is
your
so
skills from
everything.
corporate. That makes a lot of sense.
Because we all have some marketable skills that we learned on a job.
Sure.
Somewhere.
Mhm.
Right? I don't care if it was McDonald's or if it was working in government or you worked in the
Mhm.
military, whatever. It's a skill that you pulled from that job. Now, how do you flip that and use it for your business?
Yeah.
Right. So,
That makes a lot of sense.
yeah.
Listen, baby, I hope y'all are watching and have a pen and paper and taking some notes. So let's talk about some success stories.
Yes.
James Crawford is one of your standout success stories, right?
Yeah.
And he launched Forever Staying Positive and received a $100,000 grant. a $100,000 grant from Blue Oval.
Yes.
So I
Amazing.
know
I said, can I get that contact? Look,
I know
'cause
that
we're
can make you
nonprofit too.
feel like
Oh, yeah, but it was
what
a
we're
proud.
doing is working.
It did. He was one of our very first students
Mhm.
in our first class since we opened the hub, and just to
Blue
hear
Oval,
that
y'all
story.
contact me, you hear?
Yeah. I was like, "I need that contact." But James was like, he was like, "I just paid attention in class. I took notes. He did his homework. Like, he was diligent about." And so, every aspect of it, he was diligent about doing, and making sure that he was there. We allowed his girlfriend to come along with him, and it's always good to have a good support system.
Sure.
And she launched her business and is doing
Okay.
very well. She's a food-based business.
Yeah.
So just to see them,
Oh,
really
congrats,
doing it.
Mr. James.
Yes,
Congratulations.
yes.
Now, you said something about a support system. I know when you and I talked to prepare for your interview, there was a young lady in particular who needed a support system.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
And because she didn't have that, now she kind of, I guess, her needs help you to bring on another part of the program
Absolutely.
to help people with support. Talk about that.
So we started just because, there's a lot of barriers. We have a lot of barriers in the city of Memphis. And I think with our residents here, there's a lot of different barriers, right? And a lot of times, if an entrepreneur has a barrier, guess what happens? The business goes to the back burner.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And I started seeing this and I was like, what is happening here? I started seeing this little change and I was like, wait a minute. So I pulled her in. We had a conversation and she was like, man, I just, I got so much going on. I got this going on. Let's address it. Life is life.
Yeah.
And so now at the beginning of class and orientation, I'm telling them, hey, listen, now that you are ready to launch this business, I guarantee life will start life.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to happen. Let's get you prepared. So,
and it always happens when you are trying to do something great.
Absolutely.
But when you ain't trying to do nothing, honey.
Right. Everything's well. Always well. but as soon as you get started, you take that first step. It's like the devil want to get busy, right? And so I told her, I said, well, let's sit down. Let's talk about it. And we looked at what were the barriers, right? Housing. I need this for my kids. We partnered with some folks in the community and was able to get her the help that she needed. And now she's still able to do her business. So we call it our entrepreneur life support system.
Life support.
Because we want to be life support to our entrepreneurs. We want them to thrive, not just be trying to survive. We want them to thrive in business. And so we do an assessment with them that allows us to see and they have checkpoints. So at first we didn't have checkpoints. Sorry, first cohort. But our first cohort didn't have checkpoints. Our second one that came in is like every 3 weeks, you got to check in. You got to literally sit down with me one-on-one and let's talk about what's going on.
Nikki, what I love that you are doing, and business owners, please take note of this. You are assessing the situation.
Absolutely.
And you are pivoting or making adjustments as you see the need.
Absolutely.
So you just said the first cohort didn't get that, but now you had a young lady who needed it.
Right.
And now you're able to adjust for the second cohort.
Absolutely.
Are y'all paying attention to this? This is some good stuff.
Yeah. I just wanted to, I think in order for us to be well-rounded, we do have to sit back and we got to look at our program and be truthful about it. There's no cookie cutter entrepreneur program, right? And I know there's some that, they have these different models and stuff, but you got to tweak it as you go because you're going to get a different type of entrepreneur, I guarantee, in every class. And so we started seeing that. And we've adjusted accordingly each time. So the third cohort is there now.
Yes.
And they're getting it all, so they're getting the entrepreneur life support program. Now they're getting the AI training. The other cohorts.
Honey, baby, by the time y'all get to the sixth cohort, honey.
Right. Ain't no telling.
Y'all gonna be in a school building.
Right.
Now, I know you talked about earlier that you have the Grow with Google training opportunities.
Right.
But you also have some other areas like project management,
correct,
UX design, and cybersecurity, and all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah. All of that. And that's through that partnership with Grow with Google. And those certificates and certifications that they can receive are actually equivalent to a 4-year degree. Oh, you're going to put in some work, though. There's some homework there, too. Oh, yeah.
So I can come to Golden Key
and get it free. Take it for free.
And it's equivalent to a 4-year.
Yeah, it's equivalent to a 4-year.
Let me look at my cards here.
Yeah.
So project management may be something I want to do.
I did it during the pandemic. I remember back during the pandemic, we had Dana James Mwangi.
Yes, I know Dana.
Amazing. Love her, love her, love her. But she was our Grow with Google coach.
Okay.
And I remember when she introduced it, I was like, oh my God, let me hurry up and write it down. And I did that. I did the project management during COVID. I took a lot of different classes, took full advantage of these programs because I was like, I had a feeling some of them would go away, but I was glad to see that they still have this. So we are able to offer that to our entrepreneurs. This is additional stuff that they can do, you know? They may
Project
decide.
management, but let's go back to project management. That is a valuable skill set. I think every business owner needs to have a little experience in project management. How are you going to manage projects if you can't manage your business? How are you going to manage your business if you can't manage projects? So project management, I'm telling
It's
you.
major.
Yeah, for
Major.
sure.
Major. UX design even. I didn't even know what it really entailed. I was like, I'm gonna just peek into this class and kind of see what it is.
Yeah.
Major. That could help a lot of people. A lot of people.
Honey,
So much out there.
let's talk about how many people you have helped. So you started a year ago. You're coming up on your 1-year anniversary.
Yep.
And 112 students
112 students
came through Golden Key.
Yeah.
Girl,
It was
that is
amazing.
something.
Like my whole thing was when we started it, I told my husband, I was like, maybe about 20 students, you know. I was still working in Shelby County. I was like, we probably go for 20 students. The first class, I think we had 44 that signed up for that first class. And I was like, oh my God, we hadn't even really done any advertising. This is strictly word of mouth, right? And so just to have the partnerships and be able to build those partnerships with organizations like Family Matters of Firms. So we have men that come to our program that are going through, you know, the fatherhood program with the firm. And just watching them build those businesses and take off is like it's just amazing to sit back and watch. You know, everybody kind of take flight, having partnerships with Memphis Allies, you know, and they brought a group of guys just today, literally, to see what we do there. And, you know, they were like, man, I want in. I want in. Because when you see the hub and see everything that's in there, and what we offer,
baby,
oh my
let's talk
gosh.
about the hub. Let's talk about the things in the hub, the Zen Den,
Oh my
the
gosh, my favorite
production
place.
part, where you can make your t-shirts and your cups. Let's talk about that.
So our hub really, every room was created on purpose and with purpose, I will say. So as you come in our front lobby, you know, of course, you see all the stuff Golden Key. You get a little information and all that good stuff. But when you come into that very first room in the Raleigh community, there's nowhere that you can get copies. You can get anything printed. You have to go to Bartlett. You got to come downtown, but nowhere in the vicinity of our building, I would say. So we opened a copy shop. So I was like, you know what? We got all these printers. We added some stuff to it. We have pretty much everything they need to come in there. They could do business cards. We have a business card cutter, all this good stuff. We could do posters. Wish we could do banners. We're going to get there one day. But I need more room. My husband probably like, no, you ain't knocking down no more walls. But when it come through there, we have a conference room. It's a shared space where they can either come in there and they can work during the day because, you know, nobody's using it. They can come in there and just work. Or if they want to bring clients there, like clients, you don't want everybody at your house. So if your business is running from home, you don't want everybody there. So you could come to us and have your meeting in the conference room. We provide all the snacks, all the coffee, all the tea, the drinks, the water, you name it. We have everything there. And off from that room, we have our Zen Den. Now, that's my favorite place.
Okay.
So in the Zen Den is aromatherapy. You have music therapy. You can go in there just chill because guess what? Entrepreneurs get burnt out.
Yes, we
and they
do.
need a clear headspace. So we're thinking about their mental health as well. So it's a place where they can go in, they can close the curtains in there and just chill. They can pull out it's like a little couch, but it's got a little
taking a
extension.
nap.
They go in there and take a nap.
I'm taking a nap.
Right.
So I can kind of, you know, maybe just like refuel, you know,
And you do
my brain gets tired.
Absolutely.
So certainly that makes a lot of sense.
It's candles in there. They can light candles. We have a young lady that was in our first cohort that is a massage therapist. So she comes in, they can book time with her. She'll bring her table and do massages in there. So, I mean, it's an awesome space. I love it in there. And it's just chill. I love going in there. Off from the conference room, we have our innovation lab. Now, this was my personal favorite.
Okay.
And the biggest piece, because I think, a good friend of mine and my mentor always told me, you got to be your own brand. And if you're the only person in the business, you are the brand.
Uh-huh.
You are the brand.
Yeah.
Walk and talk and billboard, right?
Uh-huh.
So we wanted to put an innovation lab in there where they can go in there, create items, logoed items. They can do T-shirts. They can do tumblers. They can do backpacks. They can, like, you name it, they pretty much can do it in there. They could create their logos in there. We show them how to create a logo if they don't have a logo. We have a young lady that does our DTFs for us and all that good stuff. She'll print them for us. Kiera, shout out to Kiera, because she stands on business.
Yeah.
So Kiera, make sure that we have all of that
You guys
done.
are a one-stop
Yeah.
shop. You have the marketing, the wraparound services to support. My goodness.
We got a co-working space for our food-based businesses. We have a ghost kitchen. We have the event center on the other side. So if they need to host a pop-up shop or whatever, they can use the event space. We have an outdoor oasis that we just renovated. I said Memphis,
You know what?
Miami.
Ma'am,
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I'm going to have to skip ahead because I have a question. Are you going to franchise? Because this seems to be needed in other areas.
It is needed. So we are going to be opening a couple other locations.
Okay.
Our first one will be in Kenya, Africa. Yeah.
Golden Key is going
to the motherland. We're going to the motherland. So my former boss is actually from Kenya.
Yeah.
And we have been talking about it. And I was like, I'm going to think about it. He contacted me very early on when he saw the work that was being done. He was like, we need this here. And so we're planning a trip to go to Kenya the early part of the year of 2027, because I didn't make it this year and he's traveling now. And I was like, well, I'll catch you when you get to the United States. We'll, finish up talks, but we'll go over there just to kind of see what the landscape is. And then we're eyeing some work down in Mobile, Alabama. So we've been down there, kind of saw the lay of the land, so to speak. So yeah, we're looking to expand. We do.
I know
We've
you
already
are.
identified the places that we want to go. And just really putting people in position, because of course I'm not going to run it. So I want to be able to put people that I know are entrepreneurs in those areas and let them, lead it up. Yeah.
Nikki.
Oh yeah. Entrepreneurs Unite.
I love that. International, nationwide is what we're talking about.
Yes.
Now, you were on the news, honey, a few months ago.
Oh, wow.
Baby, you and your honey. And you talked about a veterans cohort.
Yes, it's coming up.
So what moved you, to kind of create a focus space for veteran entrepreneurs?
Well, actually, it was the brainchild of one of my students, actually. Brandy Casey, she's a veteran. And she asked me, she's like, man, this class is so good. I'm learning so much in this class. Would you even consider doing something for veterans? And I was like, well, why? Veterans, they can just come to a class, right? She's like, no, a cohort just for veterans. She said, because when we come back from the military and we, started working back to our civil duties or whatever they call it, she was like, it's a whole different ball game. When you're in the military for so long, you're being told what to do every day. And I was like, I never even thought about it. I never thought of that, right? And she was like, now we're looking for things to do and we have ideas for businesses. And where do we get started? And I was like, okay. Well, I tell you what, you lead it up. You bring me the veterans, right? And so she struck out and she did that. And we wanted to get the word out. And it was right before Memorial Day, and how appropriate. And I was like, well, let's do it. And so we have veterans that have signed up. So in August, we will launch 2 cohorts.
Okay.
One specifically for veterans, and the other will be for just our regular cohort that anybody can come to. So we have 2. I'm going to be working night and day, as Michael Jackson would say. I'm working night and day.
So the veterans have their own day, and then the other day will be. What does the class time look like?
6 to 8.
Okay.
And 6 to 8 is never enough time. Oh my gosh. Last night.
6 to 9.
Oh my gosh. We were there.
6 to 10.
After 10 last night. Because they stick around. They have questions. And I don't want anybody to ever leave and feel like a question is unanswered. I'll take the time. I show them, they can schedule a one-on-one. I want them to get the information that they need, and really empower them to go after their dreams at whatever cost. You know what I'm saying? Go for it.
One thing we talked about is there's several different types of
Oh, yeah.
entrepreneurs.
Oh, yeah.
And you shared that creative entrepreneurs are also part of the next expansion,
Oh,
right?
yeah. It's
So
coming.
what does that look like? What are creatives in your mind?
Creatives, people that do poetry, people
Okay.
that paint, people that sing, people that do music. Those are our creatives, right? And a lot of times we shouldn't hear it's 2026. We should not hear about starving artists, right? Nobody should be starving, right? But there's a structure that they need as well. There's contracts that they need to know how to write. And
Mhm.
really, the ideal kind of came because I have 2 daughters that do spoken word. 2. My oldest 2 do spoken word. And I remember when Yolanda first started, her not really understanding like booking and how people could pay her for the work she
That
does,
makes
right?
sense.
And so I was like, we got to get them to understand that you need contracts. When people book you, they need to understand what is required. What do you need? And I just saw that as an area that we were not addressing.
Mhm.
Entrepreneurs that are creatives need this too.
A lot of times the creatives, and I've seen this before, I will ask, "Hey, how much are you gonna charge?" "Oh, just whatever you wanna give
Yeah,
me."
yeah. They don't
"Just
know.
whatever you wanna give
They've
me."
never said they
You
concentrate
can just
on
give
their
me a love
craft.
offering.
Right, exactly. They concentrate on their craft.
Yeah.
So they're not really concentrating on the
The business,
business aspect.
I can see that.
So I want them to understand the business so they don't get cheated. Because I believe when you give that kind of talent,
Mm.
that's raw talent. God gave you that talent.
Mhm.
Don't let anybody take it
Come
from you.
on, honey,
You know
tell
what I mean?
us.
I want you to
Yeah.
get paid for what you
Yeah.
do. You are bringing it's entertainment. It's all of those things.
Mhm.
I don't want anybody to ever feel like, man, I'm just giving it because you're giving it away.
So are we
Jill
are we
Scott ain't giving it away. She
are we
see
looking at 3 cohorts now? What are we looking
that
at?
one will launch. Oh no, Jesus. So these will be our last 2. August, the ones that start in August
Okay.
will be our last 2 for the year. We'll start the creatives cohort in January.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have a 12-week curriculum.
12-week.
And how does the calendar run for the classes?
We have a winter class, winter, spring, and a fall.
Mhm.
Basically, it kind of threw us off this year. This year threw us off a little bit because of the winter storm.
Mhm.
So we started later
Yeah.
than we needed to.
Mhm.
So I wanted to give us some room on the back end so we could sit back at the table with my board. We sit back and we look at the programs, we assess it, and see like what was the needs. And I'm so thankful that we have some community partners that come to the table to give us some assistance on
So I
that
have
as
a
well.
question now. I know that you do the evenings from 6 to 8 or 6 to
Mhm.
9,
Mhm.
sometimes 6 to 10. What about daytime opportunities?
I wanna do that.
Okay.
And it's funny because when we struck out to do this, I said, "We'll host a class during the day. For those that may be working at night, we'll do one at night." And it just so happened everybody wanted night. I
Okay.
was like, "Where are
Well,
daytime people?" I
people
know it's
work
some
during
out
the
there.
day and they want to
Yeah.
kinda learn and take
And
classes at night, so I can kinda see
yeah.
that. But, eventually, you're gonna
I
have a day
really feel like we're
class.
missing a group of people that
Sure,
may be
sure.
working, nights that could come during the day.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
I can see
So
that.
I really wanna see us have a daytime class as well.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
Are y'all listening? Okay, now we're gonna talk about how they can get signed up and all that good
Absolutely.
stuff.
Let's go.
But I have to ask, when people hear the name Golden Key,
Mhm.
what do you want them to understand about the door that you're helping entrepreneurs unlock?
Man, listen, I want them to have access.
Okay.
I always say this. Anybody knows me, probably heard it 1,000 times, probably tired of hearing it. But Memphis is resource rich and access poor. We have
Say that
great
again.
resource rich and access poor.
Are
We
we?
are. Oh, yes, we are. Memphis has some great resources,
Okay.
but people don't know how to access it. Like I saw this years ago. We have great resources, but
Okay.
if I cannot access that resource, what good is it to me?
Is it because it's not offered like in the public realm?
We
Is it
just don't know
secret?
about it.
Is it?
Yeah, we have so many gatekeepers in Memphis, right?
Uh-huh.
And I don't wanna be a gatekeeper. I'm not a
Okay.
gatekeeper. And so my biggest thing is like,
Resource
I want
rich and
people to
access
have
poor.
access. So we kicking in those doors so people
Okay,
get
baby, kick 'em
access.
down.
Yeah, kick them down. Access will not be denied at Golden Key. Hello?
Mhm.
Not be denied. I want them to have access.
Resource
Rich
rich
and
and
access
access
poor.
poor. Honey, that's something.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
my
a
saying.
word.
That is my saying. But I think we can change that.
Memphis will have to do better.
We will.
If you see that,
We will.
and I'm pretty sure others see it as well,
Mhm.
we got to change,
I just wanna be a
the
part of the
dynamics.
change, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a part of that
Of
change
course.
because I saw this. I've done so much community work, and I started seeing, I was like, hey, and I'm always that resource. I'm always the person connecting people.
Yeah.
Like, hey, did you know about this program? Did you know about this program?
And the
And it's
answer is always no.
I didn't know this existed.
Yeah.
How long has it? I'm like, it's been around forever. People don't know about it. How do we change that?
Mm. You got to put a booklet together with all the resources that you can give to all your students.
Yeah.
So we talked about, some of your expansion and all of that good stuff. Your building,
Oh my gosh.
are you gonna need more room?
Definitely.
You gonna need some more teachers? Some more
Definitely.
instructors?
All of that.
My
I have a
goodness.
great team of instructors that come in and
Okay.
help. Not all of them are in Memphis. They are from different areas, which is awesome. But they come in and they do different pieces of the class for me, which is amazing. But yes, we do need more room. I told my husband, like, don't knock down no more walls.
Yeah.
But we are looking at expanding the
Okay.
building itself because we do need more space.
Okay. Well, let's talk about your honey.
Yeah.
So he is your partner, your
Yeah.
number one supporter.
Absolutely.
So how is he supporting you through this amazing vision and journey that you have?
Sitting there looking at me when I'm still there. Like, what time we go home? Yeah. Oh, yeah, he is my accountability partner.
Okay.
He makes sure that, he's great with, I think he was our first recruiter. He actually brought in that first class.
Really?
Personally. Like, these were people that he knew from different areas. And he is constantly spreading the word. He's a great supporter, financially when, I needed things. Okay, Nicole.
Yeah.
Okay, how much that cost,
Yep. Sounds just like a
Did
husband.
we just buy that machine?
Sounds just like a husband.
I was like, no, we don't have that. We need one more, or whatever. So, I mean, he's been great in reference to that. But, really hearing me on, okay, you see this space? We need more space.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're really looking at,
He's a visionary too.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so. So just want to do our part in the community. I'm telling you, I think I probably drive him crazy a little bit some days. He won't tell me that, but I'm sure Charlie.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You're a wife. Listen, you have a lot of ideas, so you're definitely gonna drive them crazy.
Yeah.
But listen, y'all, we want y'all to do things the Golden Key way, the Golden way, the Golden Key way, Frankie Beverly Golden,
Right.
all that good stuff. I want you to tell the people how they can connect with you, how they can
Absolutely.
enroll, and all that good stuff.
You can call us. You can call us at 901-632-2548, www.goldenkeyeta.online. And you can register for classes there. They'll take you, it has the link and all that good stuff. See all of the cool things that's coming. We got so much coming down the pipe. So I was like, I just think I got to start breaking things up because I'm rolling and I'm seeing where it's needed. So we're launching an ambassador program. We've just partnered with Memphis Grizzlies to do a mentoring program. We've added, because we had parents that were bringing their kids to class. We don't knock that. Like, we want that because this is legacy building, right?
So you got a babysitting service inside
No,
of
we are starting. The kids were sitting in the class, and I told my daughter, I said, listen, we need to start Writer's Block. This is a program that she started some years ago. And Writer's Block is for creative writing. And so they learn all the stuff about being a creative, right? But now we've added in literacy because that's an issue in Memphis. We know that, just across the board. So we've partnered with a good friend of mine, Patricia Lee. She has a program called Read 21. So we have the literacy piece, we have the mentoring piece. So now the parents, when they come to class, while they're over here learning about how to do business the golden way.
Yes.
We got them over there learning and building their literacy.
So
right?
a single parent can bring their children.
Absolutely.
They will learn as well.
Absolutely. I was a single parent. I had to take my girls everywhere.
Yeah.
So I totally get that. And so I'm like, yeah, bring your kids.
Nicole, that is amazing.
Yeah.
That is freaking awesome.
No charge. No
Wow.
charge.
Y'all better sign up. Listen, if you got an idea, you got a concept, you're an entrepreneur in the making, honey, the Golden Key way is where it's at.
We got scholarships.
Do you really?
Yeah, we can offer full scholarships thanks to our partnerships. Yeah. Like, when I say working day and night, I'm working day and night, y'all. Y'all better take advantage.
Yeah. I love this. I am so serious. I'm an advocate for entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
All the resources and information that you have is so invaluable.
Yeah.
So is there anything that I did ask that you want our readers and followers and viewers to know?
Come see us. I invite people to come take a tour. You got to see it for yourself. I think when you see it and you see how you can get plugged in and all of these things, like when they come into the lab, the innovation lab where they can create those items, like the t-shirts are there, the bags are there. Like you don't have to go spend money. We're giving you a jump start on your business. So come on, make you a t-shirt. So people can say, hey, what's, whatever the name is, right?
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, what is
do you
Bluff City
do?
Magazine?
Yeah. We want people to ask and talk about it. You are a walking, talking billboard.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we want to help you get there. So
Golden Key Entrepreneur Training Academy
Yes.
is amazing. Nikki, thank
We
you.
try. You're
Baby, thank you
welcome.
for coming on here and sharing your 1-year anniversary with
Yes.
us. Next month, 1-year
Oh my
anniversary.
gosh, and it's going to be big.
Y'all, let me tell you, Nikki is going to be on our cover for issue 31. That's like our women powerhouse edition. And so we're featuring like women CEOs, women big bosses, honey, you name it. So y'all, cannot wait till this issue comes out. It's going to be amazing. We did her photo shoot yesterday.
Yeah.
So, honey, we're coming on with it. So, y'all, I just want to leave y'all with these words and we're going to get up out of here. Your future is not locked because you lack potential, right? Sometimes you just need the right key, the golden key, the right guidance, and the courage to walk through the door. Until next time, you guys, remember, your story has the power, the just amazing Holy Ghost power
Right.
to inspire others. Until next time, Amanda Avery signing off.